I remember the first time I stepped out of my house to fatten my wallet and pursue my dreams. Tears rolled down my immature cheeks, it seems, though there was not a single teardrop in my mother's eyes. Probably this was her yet another silent sacrifice. She bid me a happy farewell with fingers waving. The next day, my father called me over phone and murmured, "Hey, my boy, after you were gone, you know, your mom broke down crying." I was silent. I could never say my mom out loud that I love you. But she knew it, that her child loved his mom. I remember how every time during a Sunday dinner, she ate last and let her favorite pieces of chicken legs be served, one to my father and one to me, as if I didn't see. I remember how every day the towel was dry, the water was warm, the breakfast was ready before we were even hungry. The lunch box was packed, the clothes were ironed and kept folded the same way like the previous day. And I remember how she tasted a piece of the mango before putting them in the lunch boxes. The milk never turned cold. "Oh mother, what's your secret? Don't you feel tired and old?" I remember her chanting Harinam every time I or Dad stepped out, and how she waited impatiently till we returned, and at last she smiled when we were back home as the evening sun faded out. I remember how I cheated my pawns move in chess, but my mom accepted the treachery and played on. I remember how she touched my forehead and uttered some Sanskrit mantra with her eyes closed, pretending to be asleep. And every time I asked her, she replied the same, "Babu, this I do to protect you from bad dreams." And literally, in a minute, her strange lullaby put me to sleep. I remember how her smooth hands eroded, handling too much water, and roughened day by day with all household work. Her thinning grey hair creating gaps alike a fork. I remember how she hid her tears and silently wiped the drops even before they rolled down her dry cheeks, and spontaneously came back to stop the argument between me and Baba with her smiling lips. I remember how she ignored her scars to mend ours. I remember how she sacrificed her night's sleep to boost my confidence for next day's exam. I remember how easily she gave away her precious, sometimes to make my birthday grand, and sometimes to pay off my father's dues. Oh mother, there's so many memories to choose. I remember my Baba saying that, "You know, my boy, the baby spiders feed on the mother spider. It's called matrophagy. And you know, if you feed a stray mother dog, she won't have it right away. She will gather her children and let them have it. And she would rather starve. And you know." And I remember how Baba religiously tried portraying thousands of these examples decorated with ornamental words intentionally on the eve of Mother's Day. And every time I proudly skipped it like any other calendar day in May. Oh mother, it's a long story to say. I don't know whether I'll be able to say it out loud any time hereafter that, "Mom, I love you." But I genuinely want to apologize for all my cruel deeds that I had ever done to you. You remember, Mom? I once put a pencil between your fingers and pressed them hard with all my strength as a kid. I told you that this way my teacher had punished me that day for my mischievous deeds. And I held the wood for almost a minute. I saw tears in your eyes, but you silently covered the pain with a smile. I'm sorry, Mom. Maybe it's too late, but now I know your fate. Yes, Baba was true. Every mother is the same, and always a true mate. I remember the last time I stepped out of my house to fatten my wallet and pursue my dreams. This time, tears didn't roll down my mature cheeks. Well, I am used to parting, it seems. There was not a single teardrop in my mother's eyes. Probably this was her yet another silent sacrifice. She bid me a happy farewell, with fingers waving. The next day, my father called me over phone and murmured the same. Hey, my boy, after you were gone, your mom broke down crying. I was silent again. Mothers don't change.